Good morning. I'm gonna do a short walk and talk. Well, relatively short. As you know, we moved up here in April and had a lot of physical issues hitting all three of us, so we're still trying to get settled in and moved in. It might take a while. The most recent event was me slipping and falling and breaking my wrist. I have had surgery, and then I was wearing a removable splint for a couple weeks, and now the doctor yesterday gave me an all clear. So here's my arm. You can see the scar, but hand movement is good, and wrist motion is getting there. This part is I'm still working on that, but so yeah. And there's some of my lettuce and herbs. Cilantro has gone wild. Looks like it's forming some seeds. We have to save those to replant. Basil's doing good. Jeff is happy because he's going to make pesto. He had some peppers in here. Never did replant those. But we're going to do the deck as soon as we can wash it off and restain that. We've got the hanging baskets. Begonia's doing good. The other one I needed to water. I watered it and got rid of all the deadheads. And that'll be full flowers again. And we have had hummingbirds at the feeder. And I've posted pictures of these beautiful flowers. But yeah, let's walk through and I'll kind of talk as I walk. All the plants here pretty much were here when we got here. Anyway, and they are marking up stuff because they're redoing the natural gas line, which apparently there's a flag back in there somewhere there. That's where it's going in. Supposedly that's where the natural gas goes in. But there's white flags over the proposed whatever. So yeah. So we got all these ugly other fiber optic and everything. But yeah, this has turned into a jungle, a literal jungle. I've been watching as different things pop. I'll have to wait to see what color these are going to be. It's been different colors all the time, it seems. I may have to trim back some stuff. I haven't weeded or nothing. That bleeding heart I might remove because that one's turned yellow, but it's leaning over too. And it looks like we got some beautiful red coming in here. I'm happy about that. So I'm looking forward to that. Over on this other side, there's a lot of weeds. I need to clear these out. The elderberry has finally flowered, but my plant identifier app has said that this is red elderberry, which is poisonous. I was hoping it was black, because black we could use, red we cannot. So if the berries end up being red, we will be not, I don't know what we'll do with this. We might replace it with a actual elderberry that is the good kind. But yeah, there's a lot of wild flowers and weeds in with the catmint. It just kind of went wild over here. And we found out there's a sunflower growing in this pot. I did not plant it. It just kind of happened to be there. This hosta went absolutely nuts. And the beautiful lilies behind it. Oh, and the little bird garden. I had painted some rocks, but the paint's coming off. So I didn't coat them with a clear coat, and I should have. But yeah, I got some beautiful pink coming in here. So I'm very happy with that as well. And we have the bird feeders up, and the chickadees are the most frequent visitor. They love that. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Okay, I got some crabapple shoots that I took and put in here. I need to weed out the planter, but I really like the crabapple, but I just don't like where it's placed. So I'm thinking we're going to just grow this one and plant it elsewhere. The blueberries are doing wonderful. Look at all those blueberries. We're waiting for them to ripen. There are so many blueberries. But yeah, it's just, we are going to have so many blueberries. This is awesome. Let's see, and we have a planter back there that has bleeding heart in it right now. We'll figure out what to do with that. Got another sunflower growing over here. So that one's going. And there's another beautiful lily. And we got a bunch of sticks and tree limbs that we had to remove, and we're going to be chipping those up to add to the compost, and some of the thicker ones we'll save for our fire pit. We got wild raspberries back here. They haven't ripened yet. There's a bunch of them out here, but this is pretty much just a wild area. But there's a lot of raspberries growing. They're growing really tall and big. Our compost is coming along. It's a very open container. And the vine is kind of taken over here. And then I got strawberries hanging. There's two of them that are from our actual strawberries. I just pulled them out and put them in hanging pots. And they produced a few strawberries. But we'll see if we can get that. This one we bought from the store. It was half price, and we've been getting several strawberries from that. And then the apple tree that fell over in the storm, we did get it upright again, and it is doing good, but there's some bugs eating leaves, so I gotta spray that. Bottom of the birch has some wildflowers, some birch branches coming up, but look at these beautiful red lilies coming up here. So I'm looking forward to all that nice color. And the choke cherries. And we're not going to fix this spot because we're going to move some stuff around. There's the delphinium. It's my mom's favorite flower. And then there's some of this invasive stuff. There's the icky mushrooms, and then there was some pheasant back growing on this side of the tree, the stump, and I've been picking that as it showed up. But this corner we're going to redo. We're going to plant lilacs back in this corner, and we'll do some peonies along here. So we're going to be moving some stuff around, and I'd like to do hydrangea over here. And so that's why we're not doing anything with this, because I don't know how far out we're going to be doing all this. But we're going to make this into a full cottage garden backyard. And then in front of the deck we will have a patio area, because he's putting in a oven, smoker, and then we'll move the fire pit a little over onto the patio. We're going to remove the birch and make that into a it'll be a decorative pond area where the birch stumps will be waterfall into the pond. We'll figure it out, but that's what I'm thinking about doing. But like I said, the crabapple is way too close to the fence, and so we may remove it, as beautiful as it is. Yeah, more of these over here. The strawberries are over here. The slugs have been getting at them. Because of this, I haven't weeded. So now it's kind of too late to weed. But there has been some strawberries in there that I've gotten before the slugs. And there's some vines growing in there, and it's kind of a mess. It is really a mess in there. But we covered it to keep the birds out. Didn't even think about the slugs. We have potatoes in the box here, as well as a little bit of garlic. Not much garlic, mostly potatoes. So those will be ready to harvest soon. And see, there's they got the Minnesota Energy proposed facilities thing going there. Okay, I need to switch hands because I'm not quite ready to navigate the gate at her. Okay, here are the raspberries. Raspberries gone wild. Oh, I can see a bunch I need to pick already this morning. I've been picking them every day now. And it's just been beautiful. I need to redo this area though, because it's hard to get into the back. And the rabbit gets in. We had a rabbit in there yesterday. He jumped in from over there, down in, and then jumped back out when he saw me. So, and then the raspberry shoots are coming out all over the place. So I might do it so that there's raspberries along the fence and then a path and then raspberries again. So we'll move this thing out with a gate or something. The asparagus is done for the year, and I got clover in there too. But yeah, they told us not to harvest until next year. So we left it, and we know we had asparagus at the old place, so we know how that works. My kale didn't make it. My spinach didn't make it. But the peas are doing good. See, we got some peas going. There's some pea pods. Not all of them are climbing the thing like this one, but we're working on it. And then the beans are starting to, there's some beans in there forming, lots of beans in there forming. Carrots are coming along. Got 2 different kinds of carrots. This is radishes. They were old seeds, so I planted, that's what I did for all these. We had old seeds, and I planted a bunch. I mean, a bunch of seeds, because I thought half of them aren't even going to sprout. Well, most of them sprouted, and this is what you get. A jumble of radish, and I don't even know if how big they're getting down in there. We got cucumber with some raspberry growing. The cucumber was a really slow start, but there's a raspberry plant I need to pull out. And then there's our pea pods. They're just starting as well. And we got a little bit of beets. Just a little bit of beets. The pumpkin is going crazy. And don't ask me what kind of pumpkin, because I don't know. It was seeds I saved from a pumpkin we got a couple years ago through a CSA, and I really liked the pumpkin, so I saved the seeds and hope to make my own pumpkin puree. But I'm gonna have to go through and make sure there's some yellow leaves I'm gonna remove today. And then this is spaghetti squash, and this is also going crazy. It's coming out here and just the squash is going nuts. I planted more than I should have, because I again wasn't sure how well they would do. Now that I know how well they will do, I will only do maybe 2 per square. 2 pumpkin, 2 spaghetti squash. Instead I had, I think, 9 that I planted. Ugh, yeah. And Jeff tried doing reapers and ghost peppers and ornamental peppers, and he planted them into the soil a little late. This was supposed to be horseradish in here, but we never saw anything come up, so we repurposed it for the peppers, and we got a few survivors, just a few, but we'll see how that goes. And then of course we got lots of stuff going on over here. The rhubarb is kind of doing okay. I had some peppers in here, and they're coming up. And then we bought one from the farmer's market that has one big, beautiful pepper. So, and then now our tomatoes. There's the little cherry style tomatoes. They're little round guys. Are coming in, and let's see. We got the more elongated Roma style coming in here, and then these are the big tomatoes. They're starting to flower. There's a little guy there, but yeah, we got a ways to go on that. I'm not going to bother with the front because there's not much going on there. The rabbits keep eating stuff, and so I need some shade, rabbit resistant, stuff that rabbits aren't going to want to plant in the front. But yeah, Lily of the Valley is long done, Here's a lilac that we're going to transplant to the corner. This is the lilac. We've got the vine, the Virginia creeper, we're going to remove because we don't want it on the deck. We've got to redo the deck. We'll move all these plants along here. The lilac will go in the back. The lily we'll put somewhere else. And there's more. And there's peonies. There's the peonies are done. This one is the more hot pink one. And there goes Fez. And this was the pink color. There's a little bit of, you can see the color on that one. And so we're going to move those up by the lilacs. So that's pretty much a walk through our garden. We're going to redo a lot of stuff. Going to start on this at this fall, and then next spring we're going to try and add some stuff. And what you barking at? Ah, well. Later.